Today, from Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, it's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
On a chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gautin. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They've been flawless all year long as they hit the home stretch at 13-0.
And now they just have to guard against complacency. You still got to go out and earn it every week.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, they too come in off the bye, so we should have two teams that are eager to get back at it.
And players are creatures of habit. You can bet they enjoyed the time off, but you know they're also ready to get right back into the swing of things.
Evan McPherson about ready to get this going as we are underway now from Paul Brown Stadium. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, it's the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
From the 22, Wilkins. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Looking to throw, Wilkins. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Fielded at the 20. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
Here we go.
Mixon with a first down carry. He'll get this down to the 38. This offense, Charles, well, we've talked about how well they played all season, sitting now at 13-0 and a finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some in the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course, remember, they finished the regular. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, The open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Here's Wilkins. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up. Zach Taylor's made the decision. He's going to go ahead and throw out the red challenge flag. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. It's taken to the 26. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Yeah, you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams on defense.
And it'll be intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. From the gun, it's Wilkins. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Wilkins. Fighting Lockett for the catch here on the out route. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Shotgun snap for Wilkins. Downfield throw tip, but he's still got it. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to... be made at the Bengals 40. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Wilkins. It's caught. Lockett. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Wilkins on 1st and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. There he goes left side. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it's now 14-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. There's Tyler Lockett and the rest of his Seattle teammates coming out for the next possession. You look at the numbers for him, and 1,000 yards obviously well within his sights, barring injury. He will get there. The question, will he get there in this game?
Well, he would love to. Duh, right? Of course he would. But, you know, watching him play this year, we often talk about defenses, allocating extra resources to try and stop a guy of his ilk, right? But you know what else kicks in? His pride to say, okay, I don't care how many you throw in my direction, I'm still going to find a way to get open. I will use different moves. I will move against formation. I will come underneath routes and try and run through some people and kind of get natural picks in order to work his way open. He wants to get that 1,000, and he doesn't want any less passes to come to his direction.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Operating from the gun, Wilkins. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And he's off to a very poor start. 2 passes, 2 interceptions. We'll try and see if he can complete a few to the good guys here as he starts 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there, 26 yards. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Mixing up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Inside handoff to Mixon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. A turnover's obviously, Charles, always costly, but, man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got Fuller. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On the draw, this is Henderson. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got his tight end fan. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 18. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Second and 2, 1st down marker at the 8. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Throwing again is Wilkins. Well, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. They'll run for it. It's Walker. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Bengals will get the football back. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And some room to work. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. Back to Mixon on first down. They find some open field here. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 72 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Play action. It's Burrow. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Flushed out right. Touchdown! As time expires in the first half. And the Bengals go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. So they say no to the field goal try late in the half, and it winds up really paying off as they score on the final play.
Yeah, a little bit of a gamble, but they had some foresight as well because they knew they were going to get the ball to start the 3rd quarter. So they thought to themselves, if we score here, we can double up.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Oh, good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that number 1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, Let's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Logan Wilson. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TV. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilkins completes it to Fant on the right side.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked 2. Instead, it's 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fielded at about the 28. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Bengals get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it is 42-0. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays, the long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilkins. He finds his man, complete. That's Fuller. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. Back to throw. Wilkins. This complete to Lockett. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to throw again. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Looking to throw. Wilkins. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. DJ Reader in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control. Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
He's got room at the 30, and he's going to get this inside the 30. And they're going to speed things up here. Now Burrow on 1st down. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, 26 yards. And the Bengals will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds. And obviously a big call here. So they called it a touchdown originally. This will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. They're going to try and run. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard. And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
On 2nd and 10, Wilkins. Left side complete to Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Wilkins looking to throw on 3rd. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And now here is another interception. Picked by Logan Wilson. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Jamar Chase halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Bengals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth. And my goodness, another interception. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 89 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. And they'll run again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can. But and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Bengals are closing in on a 14-0 record as they extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. Come the Seahawks. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Wilkins. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. This offense so far on 3rd down, not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Wilkins. And that's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
This is brought in at the 21. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bengals extend their fourth quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
Throwing on first down, here's Wilkins. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a throw here to his running back. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. They'll look to throw again. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. And we get a peek at the kind of game he's having. It's been a good game. 8 catches now, Charles.
Everyone likes to spread the ball around. They want a lot of people to catch it and touch it, get a lot of guys involved. But sometimes when you have the hot hand or a person who is just really taking care of business in their part of the field, you have to keep going back to him.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Again, it's Mixon. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. With a lot of the media, Charles, ourselves included, starting to prep those MVP ballots, you wonder if last week's performance, which he admitted was not very good, if that hurt him at all coming down the stretch.
Less than 50 yards on the ground in last week's game that you referenced, and let's face it, if he has another game like that, we'll erase him from the MVP discussion. He won't even be talked about anymore. He has to bounce back with 100+ in this one in order to stay in that race.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Wilkins. And now here's another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And down to the 41. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. It's Mixon on the counter. And he's got room. The 20, 10, and he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On first down, Wilkins. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Bengals grab it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Throwing the out route, and he connects with Fant. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. It'll be Wilkins once more, going right back to Fant. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now Wilkins off of play action. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Joey Sly on for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.